They don't like me doing this. I hate doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I hate doing it. I've been covering a motel for about almost 3 years now, every day, paying $80 a day. It's gone up since I started doing it, but it's gone up to 80 a night. And people don't understand that in order to get into an apartment, you got to have residential background, and I had none. My ex-wife had gotten evicted after I left, and I just happened to be on the lease.
Yeah.
So I was on that eviction, and you have to wait 7 years before you can even bother trying to get in a place. I've tried and I tried and tried, and the first thing they say is, "Oh, sorry, you have an eviction." Well, that's
Hi, awesome viewers. I don't like getting in front of the camera much, but uh, so I like adding value to people's lives, helping others, and just being a service. But I also need to make money to pay the bills. So if you can think about supporting this channel financially, monthly donation, patreon.com/Tony Luong. You can donate $3 a month or $9 a month, or if you're feeling really generous, $25 a month. That would really help me out. I do give these interviewees maybe $5 or $10 for an interview, just for their time, and they can get soda and food afterwards. But anyways, so I can keep making these videos. Patreon.com/Tony Luong. Thank you. Bye.
my cane. I can get my cane a lot easier.
Hi, Will. Thanks for this interview. How are you today?
I'm
Cool.
tired right
So,
now, but
how did you end up at Costco asking for change and stuff?
well, it started about this last April was 7 years ago. I became homeless, and I mean, I wasn't going out and doing that at first when I became homeless. I was doing cans and stuff like that, but I went through a nasty divorce, and she's not even here no more. But anyway, and so I became homeless overnight.
How long were you guys married for?
12, 13 years, something like that.
Any kids?
We had two daughters together, so. Um, but I don't really want to go into the whole story, but I mean, I walked out on her. I couldn't take the stuff she was doing. I don't want to talk down about her too much, but I don't want to really say on here what she was doing, but I just couldn't take it no more. I walked out. I mean, I admit it's my fault,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But and I was homeless. I mean, probably about maybe 2 years of that, doing cans and bottles, and I just couldn't do that no more. My back was bothering me a lot, and I'm a veteran.
Where are you originally from?
I was born in Hollywood,
Oh,
of
cool.
all places.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was stationed in Utah, Hill Air Force Base, Utah, from '87 to '95.
What armed forces?
Air Force,
Air Force.
Air Force, yeah. It's Hill Air Force Base, Utah.
Okay. And
And
did you have to fight in any the
no,
wars
I
or?
didn't run overseas. I'm not a combat vet.
Mhm.
I was called to go to Desert Storm. We were going to go to Germany, but we were supposed to leave on February 28th, 1991, the day that it ended, and we didn't go. So I do have orders for it, though, which I'm trying to fight that and everything else. And this has been a big, long process. I've been denied 3 times for VA comp for my back.
Oh, how did you injure your back?
It took time. I mean, when I got out, my back hurt. I thought, well, everybody's back hurts, you know, and I just kept doing regular jobs, working retail, stuff like that, lifting and everything. And when I turned about 50, about the time I became homeless, shortly after that, I had a situation where I was up in McKinleyville, out in the middle of nowhere, walking, and I just collapsed
Ouch.
and ended up going to the emergency room. Luckily, somebody had driven by and saw it and called the ambulance and all that. And I went to Mad River, and the doctor turned around to me, and I mean, anytime anybody asked me, "Are you a veteran?" like that, I was like, "No, well, I didn't really care too much about it. I was already out for 20 years or whatever." And he says, he told me, he says, "Were you ever in the military?" And I says, "Yeah." He says, "Well, this problem of yours in your back, I think it might be related to your job." I was air cargo. I was a load master, they call it sometimes. And I says, "Okay, you know, well, I'll look into it, you know." And so later on, I started doing the sign, and I was up in Gentoli up there doing the sign one day.
About what year to what year you
Well, I became homeless in 2015. This is like late 2015, early 2016. I was doing that sign, and I wasn't doing like all the time. I was just doing this one day, and I was actually stranded out there. I had a vehicle that was impounded, not impounded, but what do you call it? I guess impounded is the word for it. Cops took it, and so I was stranded there, and I had on there stranded vet, you know, and I thought, well, maybe this will get some attention. I mean, I didn't have no proof whatsoever, no D214, nothing like that. I just figured they just have to go up with my word, you know, and so somebody had stopped by from it was a Veterans Resource Center at the time. They were called Nation's Finest now, and he talked for a few minutes. He says, you know, I think you are a veteran, and we can get your D214 and stuff like that for you. And I didn't believe it at first.
The paperwork to show that you are a veteran.
Well, yeah, I have a DD14 now. He got the DD14 for me about 3 weeks later.
Okay.
And then one thing worked the other. I was able to find pictures that were, you know, online that I didn't know was there. There's actually a website we can go to that has all the pictures people will upload, kind of like a social media type of thing.
Yeah.
And people will put them on there, and it goes. You go down this list and look for your flight number and all that. You can find your basic training pictures. You can find all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And that's how I got my basic training photo, my graduation photo.
Yeah.
So I did graduate basic training. It's on my DD14. I wouldn't have a DD14 otherwise. There's people out there saying that I hadn't graduated basic, and I have.
That hurts when they offend you and say you were never part of it.
Misunderstanding. I was interviewed by somebody I know, and he misunderstood.
Yeah.
You know, and I've known him for over 20 years.
Yeah.
I went to college. He taught one of my classes. That's how I met him.
So
he's pretty well known around here. Dave Silverbrand.
So you get a lot of veterans and
I get a lot of veterans, yeah.
Who help
off
you?
and on. Well, I've only had one that talked down to me in the last 7 years.
Yeah.
You know, and all that time, but most of them are pretty positive.
Okay.
I mean, they all are very positive. They don't like me doing this. I know I hate doing it. I really do. I hate doing it. I've been coming to a motel for about almost 3 years now, every day, paying $80 a day. It's gone up since I started doing it, but it's gone up to $80 a night. And people don't understand that in order to get into an apartment, you got to have residential background, and I had none. My ex-wife had gotten evicted after I left, and I just happened to be on the lease.
Yeah.
So I was on that eviction, and you have to wait 7 years before you can even bother trying to get in a place. I've tried and tried, and the first thing they say is, "Oh, sorry, 7 years eviction passed up." Well, that's
okay.
So now I'm up for an apartment, hopefully by January. I'm actually at the top of the list.
Oh, good,
I'm
good.
number one on the list I was telling you about.
So hopefully by January you'll be getting
cross my fingers.
Place.
You know, I called them up just at the beginning of this month, and she said I was number 30, but now because I'm a veteran, I'm number 1.
Yeah.
So
What are so what year did you start going to Costco and asking for change?
Well, I go there. I do. I've been to Costco before.
Yeah.
I don't know when I started doing Costco, maybe a year or two ago, maybe off and on.
Yeah.
You know, I go back and forth. But I usually stop doing it there around October, November. I go up to a different spot that I have for Christmas season.
If you're comfortable, how much do you usually get in change? If you're not comfortable saying, that's totally okay.
Well, I mean, I always have to make the $80 a day.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's pretty obvious. So
okay.
I've been
minimum.
Most every day. There's days I think I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
And if I do make more than that, it just carries on the next day.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
I just carry it over.
Okay.
It's less I have to make that day.
Pay for the hotel room.
Yeah.
And good.
So I've been
That's
doing
good.
it for almost, well, let's see, November 1st will be 3 years.
Wow. So you're able to make it and support yourself.
I don't even know how I'm doing
yourself.
it. I mean, I really don't know. Every day, every week, every month, I amaze myself. I'm like, I don't even know how I've been there for 3 years. I mean, I don't know how I've made it that long. I mean, I thank everybody for helping me out like they have. And even once we get that place, I may come out here and do a sign thanking everybody for it. But
yeah.
I just don't know how to say it yet.
What are the pros and cons of panhandling at a Costco, or just in general?
I guess there are a lot of cons, but pro would be get to meet a lot of people. There are a lot of nice people here. I don't know a percentage. I can give you a percentage, but it may not sound good. But I've made a lot of friends, I guess you say. I call them regulars. You know, I don't want to mention names because you know, but I have a person that comes by. He's a veteran. He gives out $2 bills. I'm sure all the homeless know who that guy is. he does that just about every day. I've known him probably a good 5 or 6 of the years I've been out here, and I know him really well. I think he knows me really well too. And I have some other regulars too that stop by once in a while.
That's good.
You know,
they take care of you, keep an eye on you.
I think they're more keeping an eye.
Yeah, yeah.
Keeping an eye out.
Or
They don't always give me something. They always, sometimes they come up and say, "Hey, how you doing? Are you doing okay? I've seen you out here for a while or whatever," that kind of thing.
Yeah. It hurts being on the knees. I could imagine being on the knees.
That's why I get up on the crate now. I
Okay.
sit up on the crate.
Yeah.
That hurts my back.
Yeah.
I have sciatic nerves.
Okay.
My sciatic nerves are messed up. My right one's the worst one.
Oh.
Like I was telling you earlier, I found out about a month or two ago, I'm partially paralyzed from my knee to my hip.
Ouch.
Because of nerve damage from the military.
What about what are the cons of what are the worst parts about having a panhandle?
The negative. All the negative screaming and yelling out of people's cars. I was thinking to myself, oh, why can't you say it to my face? And I've only had one person do that all this time. They never come up and, it's just annoying that they scream out of their car and then they take off before you can answer and say,
they say a smart remark and just try to.
Oh, I've been called every name in the book. In Arcata, it's not so bad here. It was really bad in Arcata. That's why I stopped going there. It was illegal here for a while, and then I had heard it was okay to do it here again, and I just took the jump. I was like, I'm going to go to Eureka. I'm tired of this Arcata, and people were telling me I should go out and kill myself. I had a guy tell me to jump off the bridge, get it over with. I had a couple people call me baby killer, which I never went overseas, but and you get the normal stuff like oh, go get a job. Well, I'm disabled, but I can handle that one. That's not so bad, I expected that one.
Okay.
We have a few other ones that we expect, and they don't bother us too much. I supposed to mention, I also have a friend at the other corner right now. He used to be a water treatment worker. He's got a dog. He's got a really bad infection, cute little thing, and got an infection in her ear. He's trying to raise money for that. It's a lot.
Okay.
And so I told him I'd mention him. I'm not going to call him by name, but I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if he's going to be there much longer. He's getting pretty frustrated about it too.
Do you have social media or phone number people can contact you in case they want to donate money or anything?
I don't really, like I said, I don't like asking for money.
Or like
I do have a
clothing Facebook. Or what's your Facebook account?
It's just under my name, William Barnhart.
Can you spell that out? William,
common, William.
Last name.
And you might have to do Will. I'm not sure. I think it's William. Will.
Okay.
But Barnhart is Barnhart.
Barnhart.
Yeah.
Okay, William Barnhart.
And the picture on there right now currently is my blues. I'm in my blues.
Okay.
I'm 21 years old there.
Nice.
So,
okay.
That's if you get that one, then it's.
All right. Well, you're the 21-year-old William. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, it's the one where you swear in.
Okay. Cool.
And with the flag behind you or whatever.
All right. What other stuff have you learned being out on the streets, having asked for change that people don't know about?
Well, one I guess one rule I keep.
Yeah.
And it's just me.
Yeah.
And police seem to be beyond. Police seem to agree.
Yeah.
Is I don't talk to anybody until they talk to me first.
Okay.
They say hi or anything like that. Then I'll open my mouth, unless it's one of my regulars. One of my regulars I recognize them, or somebody I recognize, I'll say hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
The only thing I keep it up to is wave or a nod of the head. That's why I never open my mouth. A lot of people will say something like, "Hey you," or "How you doing," or something like that, and I usually just nod.
What do police or the employees at Costco? What do they do?
I never had anybody bother me.
Oh, okay, they don't bother you.
At first, in Arcata, the police really bothered me there a lot.
Yeah.
Here, I've actually had the police help me out. Believe it or not, actually, I think the first one was in Arcata. There was a lady police officer that pulled over and was giving out waters one summer, and she really surprised the heck out of me.
Okay.
But the best one I liked was when it's back a few years ago. I don't know who the sergeant's name was, but he had pulled up. I was over there by kind of like outside Target.
Yeah.
Over there by Shell.
Yeah.
Shell gas station, and on that corner where the light is. and a police officer pulled up. I can't remember if he pulled into the gas station and came over, or if he yelled over, or how he did it. But he said, "Come on over here, and I'll buy you a coffee
Oh, wow.
and something."
Okay.
And I thought I was seeing things or hearing things, and sure enough, I went over there. He bought me a coffee and I think it was a burrito or something like that.
Okay.
It was that morning, and he didn't get himself anything.
Okay.
And
People
I
are
think
generally nice.
Yeah, he was a police officer, you know. And
Yeah.
they're not. I thank them every time. Every time I see any police officers, I thank them for the work that they
Have
do.
you
know.
had any kind of mental health issues or any kind of
I'm aphasic,
aphasic?
which is aphasia.
What's that about?
If you've heard of Bruce Willis,
Oh, yeah.
he just got.
Okay.
Mine's not as bad as his.
Okay.
But I was born with aphasia, so of course I'm 56 years old.
Yeah.
I've gotten over it. That's
Yeah.
why I kind of stutter here and there.
Okay.
But, I've kind of lived with it.
How about any drug or substance abuse?
None.
Okay. Okay.
I'm also PTSD. I have PTSD. I have I can't remember all of them.
PTSD. Yeah.
I had depression, of course. I had
Yeah.
depression.
Okay.
That I've been diagnosed with. I've been
Okay.
diagnosed with aphasia, manic depression, PTSD.
Not too much alcohol abuse.
I
Okay.
used to drink years and years and years ago in the military. At the beginning of the military, I had a situation happen. I quit right on the spot.
Okay.
I haven't drank since.
Oh, okay.
I don't smoke pot, marijuana. I don't do drugs. I don't even take pain pills.
Okay.
Like this is killing my back right now
Yeah, I think
because I don't want to be called a drug addict. So I don't take pain pills or
you
anything
get
like that.
called all sorts of things. Cool, Will. I gotta say goodbye, but is there anything last things you want the viewers to know about you before? That way they'll know who they're looking at when they're at Costco or something.
Yeah, I go by Will.
Will.
And to tell you the truth, all you have to do is wave. It helps out a lot. You don't have to give out anything to us. Any homeless person will agree. You know, you don't have to give us anything. Just wave, just see us.